Previously on the Barrie line. This time on the Barrie line. Hey guys, I'm Cyborg Sheep, and welcome to the Weekend Post. Today, in this video, we have a treat especial, as my favorite Western Canadian would say. Today, we are going to be talking about the Davenport Diamond grade separation. Let's get into it. The Barrie line used to be a slow, infrequent, and barely used commuter rail system operated by Via Rail. But since GO Transit took over operations, it's being transformed from a rail line built for a city that drives to a rail line built for a city that takes a train. And one of the projects necessary to facilitate this transformation is almost complete. So, keeping with the theme of Adreno versus Evil style content, this video is going to be a BOLTR of the Barrie line. What is a BOLTR? Well, you need to go over to Abe's channel right now, subscribe, and watch some of his videos. I've left a link in the description. For those of you who have, you heard me right. I'm going to tear this way apart with reckless abandon, right down to the very last nut and bolt, and see how it chooches. So, starting off with the star of the show, the brand new train bridge. The bridge makes use of 3 different construction methods: mechanically stabilized earth walls, precast girders, and steel overpasses. Oh, and also precision. Now, on the surface of it, these construction methods aren't that complex. When you get into the meat of her, the engineering behind a project like this is a rabbit hole within a rabbit hole that has a termite problem. But for the most part, I'll just be covering the basics. If you want a more in-depth look at these construction methods, Practical Engineering on YouTube has great videos on this subject. I've left a link in the description. MSE walls are exactly what they say in the tin. They are dirt or earth that is held stable using a mechanical means. In this case, that is concrete panels that interlock with each other. It is interesting to note that the backfill material may not always be dirt. It could be any number of things, including styrofoam. Refer to Practical Engineering for more details about this. Precast girders are pretty self-explanatory as well. Now, while Ave would be talking nylon reinforced with glass fiber, we're talking concrete reinforced with steel rebar. One of the biggest complexities with precast girders is the balance between strength and cost. The cost can be significantly reduced, respectively the strength can be increased with post-tensioning and pre-tensioning, both things which reduce the amount of material required to reach the same strength. An additional place where cost savings can occur is in the number of support pillars required. With more rigid girders, less support pillars are required to handle the same load. The 2 main design complexities for steel overpasses are, as Polybridge would tell us, is the implementation of structural features, but also as Practical Engineering would tell us, is the considerations for rust. Rust is an enormous maintenance liability, and this project is no exception to that. The overpass with the CP mainline makes use of a grade of steel that acts kind of like stainless steel or aluminum. It creates a layer of surface rust, but after that, it doesn't rust any further. The overpass at Wallace Avenue, however, uses a coating for rust prevention. Having said all of that though, this bridge looks very well engineered and very well built. GO Transit is going to get a very long service life out of this. Enough about the bridge though, let's start talking about the stations. With the completion of the track switchover and the eventual double tracking of the line, 2 stations are likely to be built. The first station on the line, after it branches from the Kitchener corridor, will be Bloor-Lansdowne. The main purpose of this station will be to serve as an interchange with the Bloor-Danforth subway. The next station on the line, after Bloor-Lansdowne, will be Eglinton, Caledonia. And much like its counterpart to the south, Eglinton, Caledonia will serve the purpose of being an interchange with the Eglinton Crosstown. Now as for station features, This is my speculation based on the design of Rutherford GO Station out in Vaughan. I think it's pretty safe to assume that full accessibility is pretty much a guarantee for these stations. Full-length platform canopies are also pretty likely to be part of the design, and in addition to that, indoor bicycle parking is also pretty likely to occur. Add to that the 2 platforms and more service frequency than you know what to do with, and these stations could make the likes of even Amsterdam jealous. So with that, I think I'm going to leave the video here. I'm so excited for when I can finally transfer from the Davenport line to the Barrie line instantaneously, just like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you dudes in the next video.